welcome to the Shadow Horse Studios LLC tutorial series. I am Lindsay, your host. This tutorial, Finding Textures Part 1, is the first in a unit I am developing about textures. The tutorial here will explore how I use scrap traditional works of art, such as the horse piece on the screen before you now, to find textures in. Basically, instead of finding its way into the trash, I saw the potential for this piece and the textures within to be utilized in my digital art as well as my photographic artworks. I think it's very important for artists and digital photographers today to start using their own textures, partly because there's just so many purchased textures out there and everyone seems to be using the same textures that we're starting to recognize them in people's work. And I think to be truly original with our craft, we need to develop our own textures as well. So here you see the Arabian piece that I scrapped. I'm looking at it, studying it. I like the textures I see in the upper right-hand corner, and then again also down in the lower right-hand corner. But really, there's a potential for textures all over this piece if I really want to dissect it down. All I did essentially was, grab a section, copy it, and paste it into a new document. I am working really large. These pieces are at 600 DPI, so they lend themselves very well to the larger sizes I tend to work with. The higher your DPI, the higher your computer is able to work, or the better your computer is able to work at larger sizes, the better it is in the end. After copying and pasting them into documents, I kind of tweaked them a little bit, played with the sharpness, the texture, the saturation levels, what have you. I also made a watercolor piece on Yupo paper, and I will show you more Yupo paper techniques in upcoming tutorials. It's a lot of fun, but I want to use this piece in the artwork that we're going to be creating in the next tutorial that follows this. Basically, Yupo paper is a synthetic paper, and it's great for media studies, great for experimental artists. It takes a fair amount of abuse. Here, I use my Doc Martin pH dyes and just went in and played around with how the colors bled together, and in addition to putting salt and rubbing alcohol on it to get some various textures within. Textures are great if you have children. You can get them involved, especially if you're a work-from-home parent. They can work with you in studio, so keep that in mind as well. These are the final scrap textures we're going to be using, minus the horse piece, of course, in the upcoming video that is to follow this. I'll show you how I experiment and play with these textures on that image you will be introduced to soon. Thank you for following along, and I look forward to showing you the next step in this process. See you later.